Circles and squares. Wow. This is this is the second last one of the SCPs in this series. They have two more. One that's gonna be in the 2600, and then the last one of theirs in the 6576. That is far away from us. But Circles and Squares 2119 was the last one we read of this. 2119. Oh, it was a parasite that was like went up the nose and then got like implanted itself inside the brain. Yeah. Yeah, that one was. Oh yeah, this came out. That came out this year actually. That SCP came out like January 7th on my YouTube channel. Cool. So that's the last one we read of Circles and Squares, and now we're reading Hardware Pets. And I saw you wrote something. I want to read SCPs too, but I have no mic. I mean, oh, you mean like reading with me? Gotcha. I leave that more up to friends. Like if friends and I oh, you just want to read in general, you mean, or like on stream? Like my own. Gotcha. Yeah, sorry, I thought when you said that, I thought like well, you can read it by yourself, but I assumed like you wanted to read it on stream. Okay, gotcha, on your own, yeah. Well, I don't know how much mics cost in wherever you are, but yeah, I would recommend. Like, do you wanna have a mic and a webcam, or do you wanna like be faceless? I'm in Russia. Gotcha. Yeah, wait a minute. If you were in Russia, it would be late at night, because like you said that yesterday, that it's like afternoon, so you must be on the other side. So you must be somewhere in the North American side. That's time wise, that would only make sense if you were there. Sorry, hardware pets. Here we go. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. All instances of SB2509 are to be housed in individual standard safe zoological containment units. And these are to have access to an outdoor containment area for 4 hours each day. SB2509 objects require no sustenance but are to be provided weekly with canine toys. Staff are not permitted in SB2509 enclosure. I'm a bit concerned that we have the title pets and there's a chainsaw image right here. Description: SB2509 consists of 5 objects. US units per official objects description. -A Wilton. Is that 4 pounds? Head 12 sledgehammer. -B Ryobi cordless power drill P. Oh, okay, hardware pets, as in like hardware machinery. Gotcha. Power drill P205-C. Viscous 8 hedge shears. -D Wooster Majestic 2 paintbrush. -E Echo 16 gas chain saw. And here we have -E in outdoor containment area. Just chilling. All objects are animate, capable of movement by rapidly slamming themselves against the ground while pivoting and tilting forward. Instances are also capable of jumping and rearing up as though they possess hind legs. Each entity with primary interaction with individuals and objects is expressed through the item's primary function. It should be noted that -B and -E operate continuously without need of any energy source or fuel. So if the chainsaw would be happy to see you, would it didn't just like and then jump at you? Testing shows all objects demonstrate the approximate intellect, behaviors, and general mannerisms of Canis lupus familiaris, dog. Common domestic dog, yep. Instances are very friendly towards humans, but seem unaware of both the anomalous form and the hazard they present. Oh, okay, so they will not jump at you while the chainsaw is on, because they're like, no, that this will hurt them. As a result, interaction with SCP-2509 entities is extremely dangerous. Behavior analysis of individual instances show identical. Instances are very friendly towards humans, but seem. I read it wrong. Seem unaware of the anomalous form. Yeah, okay, so they will jump at you where the chainsaw is on. Never mind. Other way around. Behavior analysis of individual instances show identical responses during testing. As such, researchers theorize that objects are separate iterations of the same source intelligence. Discovery log SCP-2509 was discovered in Texas, USA by county police officers after noise complaints were filed against Mark G. Embedded Foundation personnel reported anomalous activity at 4:23 o'clock. Or 4:23 hours. Mobile Task Force, instead of 14-pound puppies, was sent to the scene. Discovering officers were successfully amnesticized. SCP-2509 entities were found in G's home garage. MDF-14 contained the instances. No minor injuries were incurred. Agents discovered G's body on the floor. Cause of death was loss of blood and extreme physical trauma, presumably caused by SCP-2509 objects. Also discovered was the body of a Canis lupus familiaris breed golden retriever. Animals show no signs of injury. Necropsy confirms it died of lymphosarcoma several days prior. Cancer of the lymphatic system. Oh man, that's ugh. So I wonder if that means if the golden retriever's soul got split into 5 and got put into all this machinery. Investigation of the home discovered multiple framed pictures of G with the animal in question. Several ritualistic items and mathematical diagrams of an unknown nature were also found beside the bodies. However, objects were badly damaged and little could be determined about their origin. Also found was a book entitled Mathematical Incursions Intersecting Transsubstantive Constructs. See excerpt below. No indication of author or publisher could be found. Reminds me a bit of the Serpent's Hand, because they also had a there was an SCP that where Grandpa put his soul into a clay bear statue, so the Grandpa can protect his granddaughter longer, and the Serpent Hand gave him the ritual. So this seems very similar, where like you put a soul into an inanimate object. So if it's them, who knows? How do you make the beep sound though? I have a voice mod program, and also I have a Stream Deck. So I have the voice mod program. I open that up so that it will be activated, and on the Stream Deck, I will press a button like that, which is also how I do all this stuff, you know. It's by having the Stream Deck down here, with buttons assigned that I had to assign personally. But yeah, so one of the buttons is the beep sound, and you can hold it as long as I want to. This information campaign following Cheese death was minimal as background check discovered no known relative or close associates. Official cause of death was listed as suicide. Except for mathematical incursion intersecting transsubstantive constructs. Passage bookmarked and heavily annotated by G. Concentrate on mental image of target deceased, preferably laughing or running. Full mental image 45%, 45 degrees, quadrant 1 to quadrant 3. Rotate 14 degrees anti-clockwise. Rotate on z-axis 37 degrees towards remembrance. Bisect mental image allowing w-axis compensate for distortions with images of birds. Inhale, hold breath for 4 seconds. Exhale, lowering mental image perpendicular to plane of thought until intersection with the intended body of inhabitants. Caution, spillage may contaminate unintended vessels. So that's probably what happened. I think he wanted to like bring his dog back, and accidentally brought it back into inanimate objects that of course naturally attacked him. Well, not attacked him. They were happy, wanted to jump at him in joy. But one of them was a chainsaw, one of them was a hammer, one of them was a drill, and next thing you know, dead. Which is a shame, because like I can see this person wanted to have more time with the dog, or maybe he just wanted a dog. I don't know. I'm sure if that is, because I assume the dog, the golden retriever that we had here, was like that they died, and now the person was like, oh, I want my dog back. And then started to do Full Metal Alchemist style, let's bring back the dead. And it went wrong. It didn't go so well. It didn't go so well. Which is another, like, again, we have another, like, dog death SCP, but, like, in the 2400 one, which was, let me check. What's one of the later ones? Let me double check again. My SCP folder, my thumbnail folder, my 2400 folder. It was... Where are you, doggy? Should be... Am I blind? Oh, here we go. Oh, no, never mind. It's not the latest. One of the early ones. It's the 2420. That also was a dog who died. But then, like, the effect was that the owner saw... their own dog in all other dogs, and then after a while, after like 11 years, the effect stopped, because if the dog was still alive, then they would have died of old age at that point. So the dog knew the owner would be sad, so it made an effect, an anomalous effect, where the owner would still see him for another couple of years before then old age would get to him, and then he would vanish, and then the effect would stop. So it's kind of 2420. Let me write it down for you. So it's interesting that we have another like dog dying SCP, but this time it isn't as happy-go-lucky as the other one. The other one is also not easy, because of course all the other dogs do behave like his dog, but they, from everybody else's perspective, they still look like a different dog, but he sees them as his own. So it's of course a little bit confusing to explain like why another person's dog suddenly prefers hanging out with this complete stranger. But like I said, it's just interesting how we have two different variations of a pet dying. And then the soul being involved somehow.